I'm Canadian.
So I live in the great north of Canada.
How's it going?
And I'm not very north.
Wow.
I'm in Toronto, so I'm south of like a big chunk of the US.
Here we are.
Hello, my bebés.
I am a Canadian.
I am Canadian.
I am Canadian.
Hello, my friends.
I am Canadian, and I can openly admit America treats their truckers well.
I am a Canadian.
I am Canadian.
I am a Canadian.
I don't think kids play outside of Canada anymore. Is that even a thing? I don't think so.
The powers that be are stopping us from uniting.
And so we're starting to ask some uncomfortable questions.
I am Canadian. What does that mean anymore?
What happened to this proud country I lived in?
I'm angry.
Call me the angry Canadian guy because I'm angry right now.
And I am a Canadian.
What does it mean?
And I think Canadians need to stand up and speak out against this tyranny. Justin Trudeau.
Trudeau.
We wouldn't have to look at Justin Trudeau's ugly face anymore.
Trudeau.
Destroying our country, man.
Him and his fancy hair. Thinks he's all cool and tough.
Bottom line, Trudeau sucks.
Trudeau.
His government sucks.
How much longer does this go on?
It's disgusting what this government is doing to this country.
Bankrupting the country. It's just absolutely disgusting what he's doing.
We have a moment. We have a moment to get our freedom back.
I think Canada as a nation is one with its back pressed against the wall.
At the end of the day, make sure this country is something worth fighting for, something worth living in, and that's my suggestion.
We have a moment to get right with God, and we have a moment to bring as many people into the light as we can.
To raise awareness about homeless vets and try to get the people to working for the people, because the government isn't working for the people. So
you guys gotta start opening up your eyes. We're turning into a communist country here.
All of us working together to stand on guard for our freedom.
Former political prisoner in Iran? Never I thought that one day I should fight for freedom of speech in Canada.
I am Canadian.
I am Canadian.
I'm Canadian.
God is going to have dominion over our land once again.
I am a Canadian.
I'm just so angry. I've been to Ottawa once this year, and I will go back probably July 1st, and I'm hoping to meet some other patriots there.
See, like, we're too nice, too. See, that's the other thing, too.
We need to keep exposing Justin Trudeau for who he is.
You know, like I said before, Canada is riddled with little churches like this.
Hi, my name's Elizabeth Rentzman, and I am a Canadian. I'm actually a very proud Canadian national.
I just want to talk to you about the Great Awakening. I know that things look bad right now. We've given up a lot of our freedom, but you know, it could be a whole lot worse.
There have been many forces at work over the last few decades that have worked against God's dominion over our country.
We have to stand up for our rights. We have to keep our sovereignty. We have to stop this government from their agenda to control, bringing communism. I mean, it's so unreal to me that it's come to this.
I believe in the values of Canada, which include kindness, self-respect, and respect for others. I believe in our ability to be polite. We are world-renowned for that, and I think that's something to be very proud of.
That's what it means when I say I'm Canadian. It encompasses all those things.
Canada is about make Canada righteous and godly again.
It could be a lot worse. There was an original timeline that was only a 16-year timeline, and we were supposed to be possibly in a nuclear war right now. But there has been an intervention. We're living in a time, we're living in a moment of time when we can get our freedom back and get our country back.
But we have to stand up. We have to stand together. I feel for the people in Alberta. I'm just so angry.
But it's just absolutely disgusting that we have to put up with Justin Trudeau. That's right, the goofball himself, the goofball criminal.
This is it. The immigrants that came here to work hard, not for free stuff, not for gimme.
Canada, we haven't figured that out yet. Government takes the highway tax and they're like, oh, well,
spend it over here instead. I am DOC-DER Sounds 1 from Twitter in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And I'm here to tell you today, I am Canadian and I love every moment of it.
Lots of those things are gone now in Canada.
For love, peace, harmony, justice, compassion for all.
Lots of those things are gone now in Canada.
Here in Canada, we live in the best country in the world, with such great diversity, ethnic backgrounds from all over the world, different types of religion.
I believe an uprising will happen.
Our current Prime Minister has stated that we are no longer a sovereign country and that we are to be run by the United Nations.
Our current government, I feel, does not have our best interests at heart.
And I will not shut up about this. I have the right to speak my mind, and I will continue to do that.
I'm looking for people that are interested in revival, that are interested in restoring Canada to what it was meant to be originally. And so this is my prayer. This is my prayer for Canada. It is time to wake up. I know there's a lot of evil going on. It's been going on for a long time, but now it's all coming into the light, and that's a good thing.
I think it's important to work hard for ourselves, for our country most importantly, and for our families as well. And I think that's reaping the rewards of that hard work is also something that is important as Canadians.
The leaves of the trees are for the healing of the nations. Canada is the only national flag. It's the destiny of our country. There have been many forces at work over the last few decades that have worked against God's dominion over our country. Our current Prime Minister has stated that we are no longer a sovereign country and that we are to be run by the United Nations.
And we're all going to suffer the consequences because we have a useless government. And right now we need to really start coming together as people, as fellow Canadians.
I'm praying that we all wake up. The first stage of the awakening is to look at evil full in the face. The second stage is to deal with it on whatever level. As a Christian, I deal with it by bringing it to God in prayer. But other people in the country have different things that they need to do in order to deal with these things. And there are good people in our military, in our police force, in our hospitals, in our schools. And I pray that they rise up.
Stick back there, stick with deer. Okay, I'm making this video for, hey, how's it going? I'm making this video for Denise in Canada. For those of you that watched me years ago, I've already shown this place. All right, so this is what my Canada is all about. You see this place behind me, this church here. Last time I made this video, one of my friends' wives had passed away, and stuff like that. All right, so this is on the corner of my section. My property is right over there. Okay, so like I said before, Canada is riddled with little churches like this. This is the Ukrainian Catholic Church here, right? So
I've had the good fortune of working with and getting to know people from every province and territory in the country. When I was young in school, every classroom would have a map of Canada, and on that map would be scrawled across it the Dominion of Canada. Up until I believe it was 1982, we were always known as the Dominion of Canada. Canada Day wasn't called Canada Day, it was called Dominion Day. The reason it's called Dominion of Canada is because when our forefathers were preparing for Confederation, one of them was in prayer one morning and he quoted Psalm 72 verse 8, which states, "May he have dominion from sea to sea and from the river to the ends of the earth." That is Canada. That God would have dominion.
Get looked after. I put in time here, and it looks like it needs painted again, so I'll probably come and put time here. And Canada's riddled with places like this. This is it. The immigrants that came here to work hard, not for free stuff, not for gimme, gimme, gimme. Not the kind that will come here and desecrate this cemetery. Sometimes people have weddings here. It's usually but for holidays, you know, and for that. All right. That's it. That's what I'm Canadian about. That's what it means when I say I'm Canadian. It encompasses all those things. There you go, Denise.
I am from Ontario, and I love this province. I was born and raised here, and I'm very proud to be a part of this province. I also have a big soft spot for the Western provinces, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, British Columbia, and Alberta in particular. I support the oil and gas industry. I believe that it is an industry that can become the backbone of this country, and I feel as Canadians we should be supporting that. Good things come from oil and gas, and we will all benefit from it. Every other nation that has oil and gas in it does not shame their oil and gas industry. This is something uniquely Canadian. I do not know why we do that. It makes no sense at all. We should be supporting our Albertan fellow Canadians who are trying to get the oil and gas industry up and going. We'll all benefit from it. Our PM is immensely preoccupied with the United Nations, and I believe in what he hopes will be his future with the United Nations. And I think that puts us in grave jeopardy, which is very concerning to me. And as I look to a future government, I want one that believes in this nation as strongly as I do. I want a government that will protect her the way thousands of young Canadian men did in our world wars. The Korean War, in which my father served, and in the Vietnam and Afghanistan wars of recent years. Men and women forfeited their lives for Canada. I want a leader of this great nation who will do no less. And while this is not a plug for a political party, it is simply my views about this great country. I believe that Maxime Bernier and the People's Party of Canada will do no less than give everything that they can to help this country remain sovereign, independent, and fully actualized. Thank you.
Muslim refugee, and I respect to Canada, and I love this country, and I celebrate Canada Day, and I don't understand that why are they accuse a Muslim to be racist, to be Islamophobe, to be, I don't know, whatever tag they can use, they use it against me.
Yeah.
But I am I support freedom.
That's a good thing. These things have been going on for decades, and they're all coming into the light, and when they come into the light, they can be dealt with by good people. And I believe that there are still good people in our police force, among our teachers, among our social workers. The same places that have attracted some of the most evil people are also the places that attract the most truly noble people. And so the next stage is that there will be a truly awakening. And when you realize how evil is, then you have to know that God is also good. God is very, very good. And we can partner with him, we can join with him, we can be a part of what he's doing in these days, because we really are in an intervention. There's going to be an awakening. And yes, there may be horrible things that happen in the earth.
So please stand with me today and stand proud as we are all Canadians.